Welcome to the Solano College Sports Network with another edition of On Campus. My name is Andre Badillo. Joining me today is Darla Williams. Darla, how are you doing today?
Great, thank you.
And it's to my understanding you are the head coach of the women's volleyball team.
Yes.
Tell me about what that's like being the head coach for a collegiate program.
Yeah, so this is just finished my 20th season at Solano. I've been a volleyball coach here since 2003. And I just love coaching the community college. I guess I could say my experience from going from community college, myself as an athlete, student athlete, to 4-year. I think it was age 19, I decided I wanted to be a coach.
Nice.
And that's when a counselor said, well, most coaches are teachers. I said, okay, then sign me up. I'll be a teacher. So
Awesome.
yeah, I've been doing this. This is actually my 35th year as a head volleyball coach.
Wow.
I started right out of college.
Nice. So talking about your career in volleyball in general, tell me about like where you started playing volleyball and then kind of like that pipeline from player to coach to collegiate coach, and where you are now.
Yeah, well, I played obviously middle school, high school, all that stuff, and then community college. But really, I started actually since I played volleyball, basketball, and softball as a student athlete.
Wow.
My identical twin sister and I both played all 3 sports.
Nice.
So when I got into coaching, I started doing all 3. I didn't know which one I loved the most. I think volleyball just fell in my lap. You know, someone contacted me right when I moved back home with my bachelor's degree. I was working on my teaching credential. He's like, hey, we need a volleyball coach in my high school. Great. So I got started there. Then someone else needed a basketball coach. So my first year, I'm coaching volleyball JV in high school.
Nice.
I'm coaching basketball freshmen 30 minutes the opposite direction from my house. And
Wow.
I started coaching at my community college at Sierra College. I was the assistant softball coach. So it just progressed from there. And I'd say I had about 15 years of high school experience before I came here to Solano. So that's kind of where my 35 years comes in. But my first year here at Solano, I also coached at Wilsey Wood High School.
Oh.
So I was the varsity coach at Wilsey Wood and the college coach here. Had an assistant at each, but it worked. I just had a game Tuesday through Friday every day of the week.
Yep, of course,
So,
of course.
yeah.
Now, I am a coach myself.
Okay.
Right? And a lot of my friends are coaches, and coaches rarely ever get asked this question. All right, but what position did you play when you played?
I was a setter.
You're a setter.
So I was small, quick. So in volleyball, I was a setter. With my twin sister, we were opposite. We ran a 6-2 offense.
Awesome.
And
Oh,
then in
that's
basketball,
amazing.
I was a point guard. And then softball, center field, I was quick.
That's awesome.
So I'm not quick anymore.
Currently you coach at the collegiate level, and you talked to me about your experience coaching at the high school level. Have you ever coached any club teams in the
Oh,
area?
yeah. Yeah, I used to coach. I started actually coaching in Napa when I was at Vintage High School as the varsity coach. We had Napa Club, and then when I came back to Vacaville, there was a Vacaville club with the old Judy Wetstein coach from Vaca High.
Nice.
And so yeah, I coached club probably in my younger years, but that's when I was coaching 3 sports still and doing club.
Yeah.
So after I had a family and kids,
Yeah.
I kind of just stuck
Yeah.
with my sports. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat where I'm coaching like 4 club teams right now,
Oh,
and you have
that's
all the
tough.
energy in the world to do it,
Yeah.
but we do it because we love it.
Do it while you're young.
On the topic of why we love to coach, right? Why specifically have you grown to love coaching so much?
You know what? Like I said, I think the relationships, I started pretty young wanting to do this. You build a different type of relationship. It's totally different than in a classroom when you have students. But I love to see the growth. You know, there's some kids that I get in my camps and then eventually come and play for me. So just watching the growth and maturity of these young ladies and what kind of women they become and what they're doing in the society and our community. You just had Sammy on here. This kid wants to be a doctor. So she wants UC Davis or UOP for biology and pre-med. And I told her, when you're done in 10 years, you better come look me up, because she is kind of, in my opinion, academically one of the top student athletes I know we have ever had on this campus. There's no way anyone's been a better student athlete. So I don't know, I guess I just like watching the growth with all these young ladies.
That's amazing. That's really awesome to hear. I guess now my final question would be, you've been the coach for 20 years, right? Do you foresee yourself still being the coach in the next 20, or like what does that look like for you?
No. 20
No?
more. You don't want me that old coaching. But I have a few years left. I mean, I get to retire somewhere in my early 60s, so I've got less than 5 years left, but more than 2. So I think I'll get that feeling of, hey, I'm ready to be done, but I still love it. Recruiting is the biggest part of coaching, and recruiting is difficult because kids come in, you're not sure if they want to come for sure, but I just enjoy. I mean, I have young ladies and their parents come in with them, and I just love showing them our campus, how beautiful it is, what our program can do for them. I mean, luckily now we have the success in the program. I mean, I think this was our 5th consecutive conference win,
Yes.
which in my opinion, should have been our 6th because we lost 2020 to COVID. And I had a wonderful team that should have been playing in 2020. But I just, I still love it too much to let it go. But I am looking to, maybe someone can help me a little bit so I can have a little free time.
Yeah.
But I'm still enjoying it. But for 20 more years, no, you won't see me around that long.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That'll be it for this edition of On Campus. My name is Andre Badillo. Thank you again to Darla Williams.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.